In this segment, we're going to go over how we determine an elliptical galaxy's number. All elliptical galaxies are given the letter E for elliptical, but then they're also assigned a number after the letter E. How do we determine that number? The general equation is 10 times A minus B divided by A. But what is A and what is B? A is the largest diameter of the elliptical galaxy and B is the smallest diameter. As shown here with the cigar-shaped elliptical galaxy, A is the long side diameter and B is the short side diameter in this two-dimensional image. So let's do an example. So in this example, we observe this cartoon galaxy and we notice it's really long side, we give it the length A, and the short side, we give it the length B. Now you can get out a ruler and measure, but we're going to be approximate here. So I'm going to use my pinky, the width of my pinky, as the width of the letter B for the diameter for the B. And then I'm going to measure my pinky width along A, and I count 4 pinky widths along A. So in general, the length A is equal to 4 times the length B. And I'll put an approximation there because I'm using my pinky as the measuring device. Well, let's plug this into our equation. E we know is equal to 10 times A minus B in parentheses divided by A. And so let's carry that down. So A is approximately equal to 4B, and we subtract off B and we divide by A. All I did was take 4B and substitute it in for A. So now all we need to do is solve. So 10 times 4B minus B is a 3B, and we want to divide this by A, and A is equal to 4B. B drops out, so we have a 10 times 3, which is 30, divided by 4. And this is a round equal to 7. Therefore, the E number, the nearest whole E number I would assign would be a 7 with the E in the front. So therefore, the E number would be E7. Let's do another example. So let's look at this object from your textbook. First thing you want to do is find out roughly where the edge of the elliptical galaxy is. So if I just drew a general outline of it, it might be something like that. Now notice this object is a foreground star, so let's just ignore it. Now we see this side is the long side, and thus the letter A, and the opposite side is the short side, or letter B, the diameter. So now you should get out a ruler and measure A compared to B. Now just by looking at it, it looks like B is 9/10 of A. As the E number is 10 times A minus B over A, we can substitute this in for B. So now 1A, or 10/10 of A, minus 9/10 of A is just 1/10 of A. And then when we divide that by A, the A drops out. So you have 10 divided by 10, which is equal to 1. So therefore, the E number is equal to E1. Let's look at another example. This is an elliptical galaxy as shown from your textbook. First thing you want to do is find the outer edge. So let's draw it. So we have the E number is equal to 10 times A minus 9/10 of A. And that's the same thing as saying 10/10 of A minus 9/10 of A. And so you would get 1/10 of A. So this is 10 times it by 1/10 of A divided by A. Well, 10 divided by 10 is just 1, and A divides by A. So you're left with the number 1. So therefore, the E number of this galaxy is E1.